ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So this is our 10th anniversary awards. Thankfully you won't be hearing much of me tonight. So Bethany is going to do most of the hosting tonight. I'm just here to welcome you to the evening. We're going to have a few awards. We're going to have some different people coming up to present different awards, and hopefully we'll have some stories as well of some of the presentations that we're going to do. Just on a personal thanks, thank you to Reese. He's done lots of work in preparing everything. So a massive round of applause please for Reese. And are you ready to celebrate our past 10 years?
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand you over to Bethan, and she's going to be your host for this evening.
Which is Best Dressed Chorister. And the nominations for this award are Russ for consistently having the wrong time. Secondly, we have Gary. This dates back to Belgium, and when you sported the controversial no socks look in a concert. And you've never been let live that down with you. Right, next nominee is my darling husband. So this is a last-minute nomination for Paul. Managing to miss the very, very many messages and discussions about uniform, and he managed to turn up on tour with only 1 out of 3 of the correct outfits. And afterglows, which I think is pretty impressive. And then finally we have we have Geraint. From splitting trousers to ill-fitting jackets to losing uniform on tour, both Reese and Ian have both had up-close and personal involvement in some of Gare's wardrobe malfunction. So if I could call Ralph up to present this award, please.
Before I opened the envelope, I was a bit disappointed when Dale asked me if I would do this, because obviously I hadn't won it. My best shirt on, my smiling shirt. But looking at that lot, I'm glad I haven't won it. So, without further ado, let's have a look. I think this is a deserved winner, because he's a bit of a character, and I'm sure that everybody would agree with me. Geraint. Before you get your medallion. Well done. And I'll hand you over just for a few words. And here's my golfing partner, come on up.
Thank you. My fair words.
I see you dressed for the occasion. No, well, that's what you want on, big golf, isn't it? So, okay, right. I know we all think he's a character, we all make a bit of fun of it, but he is one of the characters in the choir, I think you all agree. And his attire is quite appropriate for this evening, so come on, put your hands together for him.
Okay, so moving on to our second award of the evening. This is Best Drama Queen. So move on to the nominations, please. A second nomination for Russ Kennedy. But first of all, throwing a 6-month-long piece of it over the code of contact. And sulking whenever the Dead Rabbit song is suggested. So our second nominee, it's our own. So this nomination is for causing absolute chaos and mayhem in the ranks of the choir. In our 10th anniversary, our 5th anniversary concert, sorry, by kissing the guest soloist during their duet. Both in front of her boyfriend and allegedly slipping a tongue. And then finally, moving on to our final nomination. storm out of a pre-concert rehearsal. We can't quite remember why now, but that definitely. So I'm going to hand over to Carl, please, to present this.
Very good nominations there. But the winner of this prestigious award goes to the person who is the only person in the history of the choir who has eaten a Sunday lunch with chocolate sauce.
Too soon again?
Thank you very much.
Hi, look what's...
I just wanted to say, on your record straight, it's not true that I stormed off stage and walked out of the concert. I remembered that I left the oven on. No, I think that's a deserved award, actually. Thanks very much.
Okay, so as you can see up on the board, the next award is for Best Soloist, the coveted prize. The nominations for Best Soloist are... Right, here we go. So, we have Eric Parry for sheer commitment to solo work in every performance. The second nomination is... So this nomination is for Morgan, and it's for performing Mavanoy more times than we can possibly count, and he's been charming the ladies wherever we go. And he gets extra performance points for always pretending he doesn't want to do it. Next nomination, please. Oh, this is right. Okie dokie. So this is for consistent high quality and managing to find more variations of the first verse of Fields of Gold. All right, okay, so a surprise late entry. Yeah, so we've all seen this on the WhatsApp. For a spirited and heartfelt rendition of Morgan the Moon at Monday's Afterglow, we felt that Carl delivered this performance with a real sense of passion for the loss of the Granger. And our final nomination, please, is for Nigel. So this is for stepping up and for excellently combining both singing and dancing with the middle verse of Montgomery. And I'm going to call up Kerry to present this.
When Dale said that I'd be presenting this award, initially, like Ralph said, regarding the best dressed, I was equally saddened. Because I too thought that perhaps I was going to be the best dressed. There we are, I can't win everything. Right, so let's have a look. Who are the winners? Oh, the winner of Best Soloist is Carl.
Is this where they pretend to smile and enjoy it?
Carl, actually, we do have a very special presentation to make to you tonight. We do. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. For your excellent work as treasurer, we have for you a bottle bag. It's Kelly.
I'm speechless. It's also ruined the last two verses of the ballad of Mr. Jumper. I still sing. I know I can't sing it now.
Yes, you can.
I can't. Not now.
Not right now.
Not now, no.
Not now, then we've got
But it's convenient. Yeah. And thank you very much for looking after. Wherever you had it, thank you for looking after it. It's much appreciated.
Has it got 2 sleeves? Do you check?
Yes, it's got 2 sleeves.
Lovely, there we go. So, okay, moving on. We have nominations for the best initiation.
Ooh.
So this is a relatively new development in the choir, the initiation. Some of you earlier members did get away with it. So, we have our nominees ahead of us. Oh, Ellen. Ellen. So the first nominee is Andrew. So normally choristers have to be persuaded or bullied by Dale into doing their initiation. So it's fair to say that when Andrew called us completely unaware, when he calmly stood up in an Irish bar in Belgium, and he sang for us a song in Russian, which was a wonderful moment, both for the standard performance and for the complete surprise that it created. So thank you, Andrew. The next nominee, please. Oh, we have Mal in his absence. So, Ellen, you can't keep so Mal is nominated for providing us with a self-penned song as his initiation during our last performance. Next nominee, please. Oh, Chris. Right. So, Chris is nominated for an impressive level of soppiness during his performance of Stars in Northampton. So we think he may be currying favour with the father-in-law, and he gets extra credits because he was cut off in his prime when the choir took over this initiation. Then moving on, please. Ah, yes, okay, so we have Geraint for the first and one of the best initiations. After singing us a lovely rendition of Empty Chairs at Empty Tables and a severe peer pressure in a packed pub in Stoneleigh, Geraint then showed us what he was really made of by downing a yard of ale in the beer garden. If I could call Morgan up to present this prize, please.
Well, I did enjoy it when you done it, but I didn't understand a word. It's on well yeah, we're doing it good. Yeah.
Okie, so moving on to the next prize, which is, it's really funny, I know, it's nominations for Best One-Liner. Okay, so the nominations for this award are as follows. Ah, yeah, okay, so we have Richard Howells. We'll sing till the police come. This was uttered by our secretary in David Prothero of Wetherspoons Pub in Meath, following one of our Specsavers gigs. The manager of this branch of the chain of pubs renounced their no music policy, decided to try and enforce the rule, and threatened to call the police on the choir when we got the whole pub singing. Richard's response has become the unofficial choir motto ever since, as modelled by Ian on his unofficial tour t-shirt. Okay, the next nominee is Geraint. So this is for, well, this kind of, no, you can't have that, it's chocolate. It's like a desert in here. So this is dual nomination, this one. It's nominated for being one of Geraint's most used phrases, reflecting his ability to work through the rest of the choir. But also for its misspelled version in the pre-WhatsApp messenger group, where he coined the phrase, "It's like a dessert in which was immediately pounced on by the Graminati, the great Paul. Okay, so the next nominee. You see what we do for you. We let you have these photos. So this is Dale. Or I'll smack you in the face. He says it doesn't say it. Despite denying that he ever makes threats of violence to motivate the choir, This was once a common refrain on rehearsal nights. It hasn't actually been used in quite some time, actually, possibly because we've started pointing it out to him. But it's either a sign that our MD is mellowing in his old age, or that the choir performance level has improved in the past couple of years. I'll leave that one up to you. I don't know. Okay, so that is all the nominees for that one. Would I call on Gary to present this award, please?
Shame I haven't got my reading glasses.
Oh.
Give it a go. Okay, so the person who has won this is an important person to the choir. He leads from the front. Taco! I don't think this is going to go around the head, but... No more speech, please.
That's better, we're all here. No, that was a great gig we did in Specsavers, over in Leith. I always remember the one we did up in Blackwood, mate. Yeah. That one was so great.
Oh, there'll be more on that later.
Oh, right, okay. But yeah, we did say that we'd sing until the police came. And ironically now, I don't know if you've noticed on Facebook, but there's a comedian there, and he refers to this David Prothero, when nobody in Leith knew what a policeman was. So it's an honour for me to receive this. Thank you very much indeed.
Okie dokie. Oh, so everyone's going to have an interest in this one. So, this is nominations for the Best Team Award. Okay, moving on to the nominations, please. We have the top 10.
Yay!
No. So, the top 10ers are our youngest section by far. They sing like angels. Girl angels. Their attendance is horrendous, and they do love to chant in rehearsal, but they are a group of extremely high-quality singers that we are very lucky to call our own. So moving on to the next nomination, then we have the second. You don't win based on how loud you cheer. I'm just going to have to go with it, I'm afraid. Our decision is final. So the second tenors are our section of soloists. No other section has so many members who have sung solos in choir performances. They are occasionally a bit on the raucous side, but once reined in, the second tenors make a strong and powerful sound. Okay, moving on. Okay, the baritones are the largest section of the choir. So they're an established group of singers, and they're committed and hard workers. They are often complimented by Dale for their ability to blend. The other sections. Okay, moving on to our fourth nomination, please. The basses! Small but perfectly formed bass section are small in number but big in sound. They have been on the receiving end of much of Dale's wrath, but have always responded with good humour and are much improved in recent times. Next nomination, please, is the music team! Obvious winners. But modesty prevents us from giving the award to ourselves. So, moving on to the next nomination, please. The committee! I'll leave it to you to do. Working tirelessly to keep the choir moving forward, the committee are fantastic ambassadors for the choir. Their meetings may go on for hours, but unlike the cabinet, they are usually able to resolve their issues. Don't bring up Brexit! And the results are worth it. We have them to thank for the progress we've made as a group. Okay, so I'm going to call up Sue, please, to present this award.
And the winner is the committee.
What's going on?
Keep it going, come on.
You know what to do with that. There you go. There you are. One for you. Oh, there's a couple of gypsies on here.
Smile, Bill.
Looking at the photo that they just showed, she's on her way, so AGM's on its way, eh?
Gather together, because the reason that was up there, because we haven't got a photo of the seven of you.
Ah, get one now.
Okay, so our worst venue, the next one.
Should I stop recording this one?
Performance venue. We'll come on to the best later, but some of the locations that we have sung at have been memorable in slightly less positive ways. So the nominations for worst venue are as follows. Oh. Kingston Hotel. We have never bombed so badly as we did at this hotel. Getting shouted at by an irate woman at breakfast. Are you choir? Yes, we replied. You should be ashamed of yourself. So we're blaming the rugby team for getting us into trouble. Definitely not our fault. Definitely the rugby team's fault. Moving on to the next nomination, please. Okay, this is Minsterly. Okay, so this was a nice Steadford in England, which is a bit of an ominous start. So what was one of our most eventful and retrospectively, at least, hilarious performances. Next one, please. Oh, the Gouage. Who remembers this one? So certainly one of our most interesting performances has been singing in a chicken shed or similar agricultural building for an international community farm event. It was remote, it was cramped, and it was all around a little bit on the shambolic side. And then our final nominee. Hey, there we have it. Look at that thing of beauty. That is Blackwood Specsavers. So singing on a damp Sunday afternoon on a deserted, absolutely deserted Blackwood High Street outside the Specsavers store, I think it deserves a special mention. Okay, so I'm calling on Reece to present the award.
And the winner is, it's the Minsterly Eisteddfod. So a little bit of background about this. After getting lost in rural Shropshire en route, we were pleased to arrive at the Minsterly Primary School. Dale was removed from the group to go and draw straws in the back of a van to determine the running order of the choir competition. We then sat through hours and hours of local eccentrics performing ever more tenuous musical songs in their competitions. Some contestants, such as Giraldus and Cuthbert, sang what appeared to be at least 5 times. When we eventually performed, it was around 10:30 in the night.
Oh.
And even then we were ripped to shreds by the adjudicators. We still did, however, come third out of 3. Before we were able to make our escape to the pub, we did have to stand and dutifully sing Love Divine. Just what we needed. Arriving at the pub just before stop tap, we ended up crashing a party for a local who had just left prison before being chased out of the town in the minibus by local youths. I'd like to call on Richard, who made us go.
I didn't want to go. Thank you. I'll send it up to her. What was her name?
Giraldus.
Giraldus.
Okie dokie, so we're on to the best venue. Okay, the bad venues are more than outnumbered by the many wonderful performance locations that we've had. So some of the venues the choir have performed at have been absolutely outstanding, and some actually created huge life experiences for those of us who've been involved. Yeah, there were a few we could have added to the previous award. We'll skim over that. Okay, so if I could have the nominations, please. Okay, so we've got the last post ceremony at the main gate. Ah, so yeah, the pyramid stage. Not actually the pyramid stage, but we have played Glastonbury twice. Our third nomination, the White House, aka the official residence of the President of Ireland in Phoenix Park. And then our final nomination for this award is the Millennium Stadium for Wales versus South Africa. So thank you to all of you who did input into this award via the internet poll. As a music team, we found this one a really tough call, partly because we weren't actually on the pitch. So I am going to call on Hylin to present this award, please, because she knows, I'm sure better than anyone, how hard Daddy has to work on sorting out the choir concerts and trips.
Meningate.
Another medal for you, Richard.
That's a Gloucester, then.
She's not liking you, you know.
Well, the Meningate episode was a bit of a close your ears at each other. It was a game task, to be honest with you, because of the fact that you had a write-off to the Commonwealth Society who run the situation. Then we had to send our current repertoire away. Then they would select if it was appropriate that we could sing there. And then, of course, when we got there, then it was a case of it was a cappella, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, we practiced and practiced and practiced. I think we did 12 years and Deep River. And it was one of the most moving occasions, I think, that I've been singing in choir for 20 years. And I cannot ever remember being so, it was, well, everybody was silent. No one knew what to do or look, or there was a tear in a lot of people's eyes, okay? But it was a wonderful, wonderful occasion, and I hope we can do it again sometime. Thank you.
Okay, so our next award, Best Hall Moments. So thank you everybody for your nominations for this. We have a little bit of a montage. Yeah, well, okay, so the first nominee. A few of you nominated this one, so this is Goetre-Hen getting locked out of his room. We have no actual footage. I know, this is standing. But here is a crime scene reproduction.
God.
The second nomination is for the Afterglows. So, I mean, as a reflection on just how good our Afterglows have been, I think it's worth drawing attention in this photograph to the fact that Ted doesn't seem to have noticed that his ukulele is the wrong way around. Our next nomination is, please. final nomination is... Children. We haven't ruined it, and we'll hear those last two verses. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, so not nominated, but we also received some fantastic suggestions, including the 10 out of 10 performance in Killarney, in particular at Time of Edward, which really, really sparkled that night. It was a really special performance that night, I think. We had a couple of nominations from various people for Ralph and his backing singers performing for Killarney. Which I experienced via Facebook Live. And then we have the Backseat Boys singing in very questionable harmony. Particular highlight was Fields Back and Right. And then particularly, Ted's comment afterwards that he was the only one in tune. And then we had Rio Bambino Caro performed by the duo in Castle Island, which was a really special moment as well. Okay, so I'm calling on Bob Lysham, please, to come present this award.
With regards to Garrett, I happened to come out of my bedroom as he was locked out. They wanted pretty silent. I shot my camera on me, clever. Anyway, that's all. Worthy nomination. And the winner is Islands Call.
Yeah, yeah.
Our most improved award, and please bear in mind that this is over the course of 10 years now, I think 8 or 9 of which Dave has been involved in the choir and 7 or 8 that I've been involved in the choir. Okay, so if we could move on to the nominations, please. We have Phil. Phil's timekeeping, specifically. Yeah, that's the olden days, that is. That's a long time ago. So Phil is now generally only marginally late for rehearsals. Which is a vast improvement on her rate. His school report would still read, however, timekeeping needs improvement. Next nomination, please. So, Phil singing. So when he, this is back before my time really, when he joined the choir, Phil struggled to place his parts, often singing in the wrong octave. However, he is now a very strong part singer, making a great bass sound and holding his own even when the bass section is low on numbers, which it is occasionally. And in all seriousness, and I hope you take this in the best intent now, Phil, the music team, that's Dale and I, we believe that during your time in the choir, you've made the biggest improvement on an individual basis. And our final nomination, please. It's the bass section. It's fair to say that the bass section has been a receipt of a few telling offs over the years, struggling to stick to lines and pick up parts, who can forget by and by. And every other section can probably sing their line enough. But in recent times, and particularly since the new year, the section has settled into a happier place. Recruiting Chris and stealing Andrew from the baritones has certainly helped, but it really feels like the basses have found themselves. They now make a lovely sound that blends, and some of those sticky lines are coming good. So perhaps by and by is due a revival? Anyone? No? Oh, okay. Could I call on Aubrey to present this award, please?
There's a guy in the second tenor thinks he's the world's best, right?
I can't think who that is.
When Phil, that young man, were down, where was it? What the hell was it? Down the west coast, anyway. And Phil wanted to learn a song, and Morgan tried to run through the song. I was there for the first version, and I was there for the second version last night. And I think I enjoyed last night's better than the first one. So, Mr. Morris, let's see if it's you.
Definitely him, and it was 1 point.
Well, you're in it. It's not just you and your own.
Oh, God.
It's a big section. Goetre-Hen.
I'm like Mark Spitz, man.
I was known in school as the man with the big head.
I didn't know you were say a few words.
Thank you very much. I knew I was going to have to pay for the performance with Morgan last night. It gets worse because my dear wife decided to put it on Facebook. And now my friends from outside the choir are also taking the mick. Thank you very much. And these people here, I couldn't have done it without them. Thank you very much.
So we've been going for 10 years. It's a very, very long time. Sometimes it feels too long. But it's been a fantastic journey. So we have some really amazing performances, and we roll the highs and we go with the lows as well. And I've been in rehearsals when we started. Then we had 10 people sometimes, and now we're up to 30. Musically, you've come on absolutely leaps and bounds. So there are some people who've stuck it all the way from the beginning. You are lifers. So, I'm going to call up several people in a minute. You'll be surprised actually. I was very surprised some of the people who've been in it since the beginning. Before we do that, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I know I work you hard, and I do work you hard, but the sound speaks for itself. You've been fantastic. So give yourself a massive round of applause. Okay, lifer number 1. My partner, Aubrey. Lifer number 2, Mr. Howells. Our technician this evening, Reese. The Godfather himself, Mr. Morgan. Come on. Elvis impersonator, number 28, Harry Potter. Now the next 2 lifers have been and gone a few times, but they were there from the beginning. Mark, Morgan. This is according to the books that Di Lewis used to keep. So, and yes.
The other guy who should have been here, that's not well enough, is Di. So hope he's okay. I don't think any of us thought we'd last 10 years. I don't think we lasted 10 minutes probably. But we did. We struggled on with very, very low numbers. And eventually we established ourselves, and we gone from strength to strength. And hopefully in the future we get stronger again. So, thank you, gentlemen. It's been a good ride. Let's keep it going.
So thank you everybody. That brings our section of the awards to an end. I believe there may be, just by the look of what's on that table over there, a few, God knows if I'm going to get the lead right here, some golf awards. I'm going to hand over to Mr. Howells if that's all right.
Yeah, good.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, we were sweating a bit when we saw the weather forecast yesterday. it was weather permitting. It turned out a nice morning. And we did have 38 of the party taking part in the inaugural Bois Goetre-Hen pitch and putt competition. It has been sponsored by our Fun and Funds team, the ladies section, which I know is a bit averse to some people calling it, sorry, but I know as the ladies section. So if I can call upon any representative of the ladies section, sorry, Fun and Funds, to come and make the presentation, please. I'll walk you and talk you through it. So, come on, Lisa, I know you're chomping at the bit there. Okay. There were a few bandits out on our coast today. Real bandits. Oh, I've never played before. Hello. So a few people, unfortunately, have had to be disqualified. And if you want to see your scorecards, I will tell you exactly why. And those are 3 fellas. And they were Ralph Ivans, Russ Kennedy, Goetre-Hen. Why did you only put 15 scores down and not 17? Yeah, you missed 2. There were 2 omissions out of the score. So sorry, Jets, and you weren't into the running anyway. You got 20 shots ahead of you. So, as I say, there were 38 people out there, and scores ranged considerably from pretty good to pretty bad. So what we'll do in reverse order, not everybody, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Okay? So with a gross score at 3rd place of 64.
Oh, the winner is Richard Howell.
Oh.
And the prize is lowering your golf handicap. With a score of 63.
Oh, the winner is Chris Hill. Congratulations.
Take a photograph. Let me take a photograph. Okay, thank you. That leads us to the winner of the inaugural pitch and putt competition. There were a couple of crossings out and other scores going in here. And it's looked about the 4th card that it will be filled out. I can't blame my father-in-law for doing that. But the winner of the inaugural pitch and putt competition for 2019 is
Chris Davis.
Hey!
As I said, there were some good scores and some really bad scores. So what we've done in some golf competitions that I've been involved in many moons ago, we used to call it best and never, and that's the trier, the real trier of this establishment. So we call this one the wooden spoon. Okay, so with a score of 131, the winner of the Wooden Spoon Award is
Janice Jenkins.
I can't believe my daughter beat her by 4 shots.
I don't care, I never win anything.
You There are 2 fun awards left here now. And the one, this award here is, have we got a spare ball, Rich? Have we got another ball, Rich? So I lost the ball, Rich. So if I could ask Chris Price to come up and collect his 5th ball of the day. Or is he still looking for the other 4? And the last award.
It's a lonely spot to be.
And the last award is for the whinger of the day.
Oh, God.
Oh, we got to do this. Let's go in now. Let's only play 4 holes. Let's only play 5 holes. It's a fantastic prize, Morgan. Can we call Morgan Williams up to receive it? It's a little book of Manchester City. Thank you all very much indeed. I do hope that you all enjoyed this evening. Most definitely. But more importantly, the week we've had has been outstanding, I think. I've been on a lot of tours in my life, but this is one of the best. I do hope.